What up? Man, I hope good times were had by all. Good times were had by everyone in my vicinity. Man, that place was packed for UFC 100. It was wild, it was crazy. And it's like, what I also like, everyone's talking about Brock at the end of it. Let me see. I should have taken care of this a couple days ago, but who cares? Here we are. UFC 100. It was a good time. Had a lot to drink that night. Not a whole lot. Probably not as much as UFC 99. UFC 99 was kind of faded. But here we are. Brock Lesnar versus Frank Mir. Now, not much to say about that. Brock is big. He's strong. He's tough. He's athletic. And on the ground, the dude is just a smothering force, man. It's amazing, you know, to see like what this guy can do on the ground. How little it takes for him to just destroy people. You know, that's probably been one of the most impressive things about him during his UFC run. It just takes so little. Like, he's throwing like 6-inch. He grabs me around the neck, those 6-inch arm punches, and it just tears Mir. It's the kind of striking he was destroying Mir with. If anybody else is trying that stuff, he basically, I mean, they'd have to stand the fight up. It'd be too boring. But this is like what's just minor little arm bitch punches. It's just devastating ground and pound. He made that dude's face look like pizza. And it begs the question, who can stop him? A lot of people right now are just pulling us like, uh-oh. The only hope now is the Russian guy. We need Fedor. Fedor, save us. Save us from the WWE. And, which brings us to the next point. Now, so what I've always thought all along, what I've always argued with people on message boards and everything else, the WWE, his old job, it doesn't matter. What he says after all the crazy shit he says at the end of his interviews, that doesn't matter. The fact of the matter is, this guy's a fighter. He's not just a fighter, he's a champion. He's a dominant champion. And this guy, and a lot of the detractors and haters, they're running out of, you know, you're running out of answers. You're running out of reasons to hate. This guy destroyed everybody he's ever been in the cage with. And I think it's about time that we stop letting our preconceptions about wrestling, our preconceptions about Brock Lesnar or everything else. I mean, I don't have no preconceptions about wrestling. I've been watching wrestling for like 20 years. Yeah, I'm a wrestling fan. And wrestling is fake, MMA is real, and this guy stands at the top of the division right now in the UFC. And it's about time he got some much deserved respect. Another guy I was hoping would get some respect tonight would be Michael Bisping, but unfortunately, that did not go. Instead of respect, he got a right, and he went right into it. Not much I can say that the commentator didn't say. He kept circling right into the right hand. His trainers kept going. His trainers, you know, kept advising against it. But you know, I guess you like to go to the right. I don't know. I'm trying to draw off my limited experience, you know, with that, but not much you can say. That was probably the only time I was really disappointed in the night, because I'm a big Michael Bisping fan, big fan of British MMA. Also, you know, got mad love for all my British supporters and all my subscribers and all that. Much love to all of you. But it's like, damn, after that, I had to leave the conference room, was just chilling with the boys outside. It's like, man, my boy got knocked the fuck out. So with that, my boy gonna get knocked out. But it's not about Mike, I guess. It's about Dan Henderson. I've always wondered how, you know, his only striking threat appeared to be the right hand, and wondered like, how is he able to just nail guys like Bisping and, you know, Franklin? You know, those aren't idiots. I mean, they're actually pretty decent technical strikers. Yet, man, this one guy with the one right hand is just able to find that mark. But I guess it's like he uses the fear of his wrestling. You know, you want to stay, you don't want to get too close because you don't want to go into the clinch. And plus, he's like pawing out that left hand out there and just loading his shit up like a musket. And just bam, you know, he's just really eliminates options with his wrestling, his stance, and the way he's able to cut off the cage. What is he, pushing 40 right now? But He's still doing his thing. He's still dangerous. Dan Hollywood Henderson, baby. Where does this take him from here? I like to see him take on the winner of Nate Marquardt and Damian Maia. I'm still not sold on anybody in the middleweight division, but those are some decent fights that I like to see, and that will make a good case towards anybody, getting a shot at Anderson Silva besides the welterweight champion, which brings us to Georges St. Pierre. St. Pierre, he just once again proves he is a master of practical application. As good as he is, what's really impressive about him is his continuous improvement. The guy is, I wouldn't say genius or something, but sorry, I just saw something crazy on my thing. I'm on my way with the recap, man. Be patient. It's coming right to. I'm doing it right now. Look at me. I'm doing it. Anyway, Georges St. Pierre, like I said, master of practical application. When it comes to all the disciplines that make up MMA, all the things that really work, this guy's at the top. I don't want to. You don't want to see him wrestling probably in a NCAA or nothing like that, or in the Olympics. But when it comes to all the principles of wrestling that are usable in mixed martial arts, nobody does it better. Same thing with Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, same thing with striking. This guy combines all these things to make, he makes all these, striking, boxing, Muay Thai kickboxing, Jiu-Jitsu, wrestling, judo, all these elements, he makes them all complement each other. His wrestling complements his striking, his wrestling complements his Jiu-Jitsu. Everything comes together in beautiful performances and tapestries of violence. Better than ballet. To make this guy probably the best fighter in the world. I'm not going to get into the pound for pound thing, but Georges St. Pierre, I think, is a wonderful, a wonderful showcase of what mixed martial arts can be and what it is. And what it is. If you want to show somebody mixed martial arts, you show them Georges St. Pierre, great fighter, and in addition, what I was trying to say, what is also really inspiring about him is how hard he works. He's constantly improving. His wrestling looked a lot better than it did last time, than in his last performances. He was just like Superman diving across the ring at Alves, and the way he was just able to nail those singles and doubles and those clinches and everything. And Alves, he did a great job too. He's been working on his sprawl. He's been working on standing back up. But it's just hard to find an answer to this guy because he's dangerous everywhere. He's just very detailed, very well-versed in all areas of the game. And Thiago Alves showed a lot of heart. He avoided, taking the humiliating ass-whooping that most guys take. Fitch, he just got shelled on. He looked like a war victim after the end of that. Alves took some damage, but he was able to give, he was able to, hold his own with Georges St. Pierre. He just wasn't able to really compete with him. He was still dominated, but came out there, saved a lot of face, and I wouldn't count Alves out on a second chance. I think he still does have a weapon against Georges St. Pierre. One good shot and it's over. A little more confidence, a little more technique, and this kid is going places himself. But Georges St. Pierre right now, there's just no answer for him, it appears, at welterweight. He seems to be on a collision course with the Spider, but at the same time, I think Anderson Silva, I think his fate lies in the light heavyweight division. But we'll just see how this goes around. Also on this card, we had John Fitch versus Paulo Thiago. I don't know if it was just post-main event, hangover or whatever, or regular hangover. But that fight was just too boring to really stand. I was almost in tears with that crowd. Oh, God damn it. But anyway, what else we got here? We have the successful debut for the Sex, Yoshihiro Sexyama Akiyama. It's a really good fight. Probably fight of the night, really, just spirited performance by both men, real close decision. And when it's something like that, you really can't complain about the decision on that because it could have gone either way. It went his way. Rather that than a draw. Anyway, like I said before, good times were had by all. I'll try to hit you up with some more stuff. Until then, see you later.